Hi guys, this is Cindy with Genesis. In this tutorial, I want to talk about how you can use quote control as a marketing tool even after a client has decided not to write that particular policy with you on the fly. Let's start off by going into Find Stored Quotes, because I just want you guys to see the potential that you have. These are all the quotes that I have entered into my quote control system. Now, all of these clients are potential leads for the future. These are people who have not written policies with me but have expressed interest in my agency at some point in the past. By capturing this data, I can now take it and use it to market to those people for future possibilities. So let's talk about how we can do that. First of all, we're going to talk about a few of the fields that I feel like it's important to capture in order to make all of this happen. This is a blank quote that you see in front of you, but I wanted to show you the email field. I always make sure that I get an email address from every client that I can, because I have the ability to email and text customers both from this screen and from other sources that I'm going to show you in just a few moments. I also have the ability to email or text from any policy or client screen in Genesis 2. So getting this information makes my job a little bit easier as an insurance agent, and it also helps me maximize my time. The other thing I always try to capture is a cell phone number and the carrier, so that I have these options available to me. Now, once I've entered my information into Genesis, whether that person writes that policy with me at that moment or not, I can do several things after the fact as long as I have it here. The first thing is we're going to talk about a few of the system letters that Genesis will allow you to create for yourself. Right now I'm in Agency Setup, and I'm going to go to the Communications tab. You see that I have the ability to send letters, emails, and text messages. Another reason that I always capture that information. A few of the letters that go along with this are your quote follow-up, your quote referral, and your remarket quote letters. To set one of these up, all you have to do is place a check mark here, and then you can click this little box next to it to set up the content for that letter. We also provide you with sample content, which I'll show you in this particular example. This one basically says that we quoted your insurance a few days ago. If you're still interested, please contact us and we'll write the policy for you. So if I want to use that content, I can choose Use here, and it puts all of that in there for me, as you see. Now, I also have the ability to edit this as I need to, and if I want to add standard fields that will show up in this email every time, I have the ability to do so at the side too. I can even add a default signature. So this quote follow-up is a great way, if the person doesn't write the policy right then, to basically keep your agency in their mind. The second option that I use a lot is the remarket quote. And you have the ability under this View Configure section to choose when it sends these remarket quote emails. I usually do 5 or 11 months, because that's generally when a customer is going to renew. And if it's time for renewal, they may be out reshopping to see if they can find better rates. So if you already have them in your database, why not put yourself in the forefront of their mind by sending this remarket quote letter? It basically says, and again, you set it up the same way. You place a check mark here, and then you can choose the little box to create the content. But it basically says that you've shopped with us in the past. We have some great rates, available carriers. If you're interested, please shoot us an email, give us a call, and we'll reshop your policy for you. So these are great ways to utilize the information that you already have in Genesis to market and to turn previous quotes, even if they didn't write, into potential prospects for the future. Thanks. Have a great day.